Ghosts are real, confirmed.
Well, are you ready for more normal caught on tape?
Whoa! That's right, we're the couple that filmed the leaf.
And the ghost bear.
Yeah, confirmed evidence. He's gonna pull chairs out and...
Hey, you can't dispute that. It's on camera. If we say it's a ghost, you can't.
Why else would you be
contradict
filming
us.
it unless it's a ghost?
Yeah.
It's some sort of trickster god or some other dimensional werewolf or something. I think this one's gonna be on your channel, right? So, if you guys don't know...
playing around with that. We're going to do this series on both channels.
If you haven't caught it on camera, we did an episode on my channel debunking an episode of Paranormal Caught on Camera, which is a bunch of bullshit.
The only thing I can think of is some ghost.
Except for the fact it's all real.
Yeah, it's all real. They film ghosts, they film werewolves, they film Bigfoots, they film leaves.
Sometimes they film the scariest leaves in the universe. If you've ever seen a leaf rustling in the wind, run for your life. That's not normal.
Paranormal.
Let's get to more super scary leaves and lights and whatever else.
Ooh.
An unknown entity haunts a child.
A bug in a room.
Something falls.
A man in Georgia spots what could be a Bigfoot.
Or it could be someone standing in the woods.
Well, the quality is so bad.
Did a fire chief in Michigan capture an angel?
Yeah, that's not a bug, it's an angel, I think.
See the angel.
Normal, caught on camera.
Many people believe
Many stock photos of bedrooms believe in circles.
primary catalysts for supernatural energy are children,
Children grabbing at dust.
emotions, such as grief.
Are we watching a YouTube video?
Yeah, right.
Now you're watching a YouTube video of us watching a YouTube video? YouTubeception?
Things start getting weird. That's what one family in the Netherlands is discovering.
Why are they filming themselves sleeping? That's the number one question I have here. Why would you be filming this to begin with?
Because it's a normal thing you do in case ghosts show up.
Are they like, well, we need to get evidence of this ghost we've seen all this whole time?
In Stadskanaal, the Netherlands.
Yeah, in the Netherlands, they always film themselves
Yeah.
sleeping. It's a cultural thing.
My name's Chris Kolkman, and I'm the one who filmed the videos.
The one that filmed the videos.
Something in my closet just punching on his chest
It wasn't that.
made me decide to buy a camera.
Okay.
Capture.
I sleep in a car, do you?
I sleep in a racing car. Do you?
I sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Oh.
Sleep in a big bed with my wife.
Can I borrow a ghost boy? He decided to film it to catch it on camera. That's his story, right?
When his son heard something strange in the neighborhood, what are you gonna do? Film him while he sleeps.
I'm ready to believe you.
Did you catch it?
Like a mouse.
That looks like a bug to me, but it could be a mouse. It's kind of
it's
hard.
a bug or a rodent. Or it could just be the pixelation with how good quality that is.
Yeah, it's so bad you don't know what you're looking at.
Following this incident, Chris installs a higher tech camera in Lorenzo's bedroom.
Just so you know, that's what a camera is, like a webcam.
And less than a month later,
I'm sorry, he's filming
month.
it? A month later? He's
Is he
still
going
filming it?
through like 8 hours every day? His son's sleeping.
What are we looking at?
There's
A
little
kid moving in his sleep?
that little hop.
I'm sorry, that's
of,
just
like-
him moving in his sleep.
Yeah, well, there might have been a bug again, I think.
He went like, ugh, because he felt a bug.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in this vision, it just looks like a pixelated mess. You don't need paranormal exterminators. You need normal exterminators.
Now, at first I thought maybe this was, a mouse or a rat.
Oh, and it's not.
But in the second clip, you can certainly see that it seems to fly in the air.
It seems to hop, if it's anything. It's not flying.
You would have definitely seen the eyes glow because it's facing directly in front of the line of the IR light.
No, it's not. It's to the side.
Watch the books on the shelf here.
Oh yeah, from that super sturdy looking bookshelf.
He's got a giant watch on the wall. He's got a car bed.
This weird V-shaped bookshelf. Books hanging precariously off it. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, there's the top tier evidence. It was a ghost. Look at that. There's nothing.
The only thing I can think of is
Gravity.
some ghost.
The only thing I can think of is a ghost. Think harder.
But look at that. You see how precarious those are on that
Yeah.
weird V-shaped bookshelf.
Lorenzo was deeply affected by his grandmother's passing.
Oh, his grandma's pulling books off the shelf to scare
This
him.
is what she wants to do. She wants to throw bugs and knock books off the wall.
That's his grandma.
Yeah, that's her.
What?
Oh!
I'm sorry, what?
I just cannot believe it would be my mother.
He's
Yeah,
defending
Yeah,
his
so
mom.
It was a demon.
It was a demon perhaps posing as his grandmother.
If not Chris's mom, who? Or what?
Who said what? What? Did you say what? Say what?
It also could be an embodiment of the child's trauma of losing a family member.
Yeah, honestly, that probably is it.
This is a Carrie situation, is it?
Yeah.
He's psychically doing
When
this in
I've
his sleep?
lost family members, I made books fall off the shelves while I was sleeping. That's how I formed my grief. That just looks like he peed the bed.
He left a sweat shadow behind him.
Yeah. It was Hulk Hogan.
You want my back sweating? My back sweating, you do this. That gets the sweat off your back.
Great way to get rid of back sweat, brothers. Sweat angels on the bed.
Maybe even attempt to communicate with grandma and kind of say, hey, if you're not looking over him, if this isn't you, maybe you could start.
Now,
Don't blame
now
Grandma
we're
Ghost here.
shaming the ghosts.
I'm sorry.
For not doing
She
their
can't
job.
She can't rest in peace.
No, it's not about that.
Start pulling your weight, you stupid dead grandma.
Grandma, I know you're dead, but can you do your damn job and watch over my kid?
It's not Charmed, okay? Like, you can't just summon your dead grandma to do things for you.
We're shaming the dead now.
Who's like, hey grandma, you listening? You've not been doing your job.
Yeah. Come
I'm really
on.
mad at you, grandma. What are you doing, hanging out in heaven? Get your ass down here.
We can't afford the Ghostbusters. We need a ghost to do our job for us. You take care of the demon.
Okay, so that one, there's lots of different things that it could be, which none of them ghosts.
Yeah, it's a rodent or a bug jumping around in the bed. I'm saying like you would see the eyes if it was like a rodent or something. It's like, it's not facing the camera. You see
you
it
don't always
hopping.
see it, like,
Yeah,
unless
you
it was
wouldn't.
looking
Especially
directly.
like with that pixelation, you're not going to see shit. And it's hopping to the side very quickly.
I don't believe that he was filming him and his kids sleeping for a month for no reason.
No.
Even if you say, like, oh, occasionally they're doing it because they think they might capture something, tonight's the night.
Mm-hmm.
That book could have fallen off the shelf because it didn't look very stable.
That was super
Or-
unsturdy where it was sitting. I've had stupid things setting up because I filmed reviews and left them set up and then they fell over during the night. I'm like,
Yeah.
And then I was like, I knew a ghost was in here because that's the only way me setting things up in a way where they might fall over later that could possibly happen.
It could fall over. It could be they set it up and there's a fishing line
Oh yeah, I
on
think
it.
they probably didn't even need a fishing line with how those books are setting. You're just like, we'll set them here. They're
You
gonna
need someone
fall.
upstairs to just tap on the
Yeah.
on the roof.
Gravity was going to do the
Gravity.
job for them there. They
Yeah,
didn't need to
if you
do
set
anything.
it like just enough on the
Uh-huh.
edge of it to fall over, there's
Yeah.
lots of different things they could do to fake
That's
that. But
super easy the way those were setting there.
commercials have been awfully good to us.
Wait a minute, no they haven't. That's why we're leaving.
Oh yeah, so long, Stink Town.
Kuntilanak, a horrifying creature that takes the form of a pregnant woman and gruesomely murders the men.
Wait, the thing they showed coming up was supposed to be a pregnant lady?
Yeah, they're always hanging from the ceilings.
She didn't look pregnant.
You had to do an
We'll see if
ultrasound
it's-
to know that the ghost was pregnant.
I have to go now. My planet needs me.
How would you get pregnant from that? I'm sorry. That's not...
You'll get that heat camera and you'll see the baby inside the ghost.
What is it? A boy? Girl? It's a demon!
Okay, so, I mean, we can agree they just took footage and overlaid it. I don't think anything's gonna convince me this was real. Oh, there's a rat.
But on this night, Adian could never have prepared himself for what he was about to capture.
Nothing. So he had to make it up.
Yeah.
Watch closely.
Watch closely.
Yeah, he showed the person bleeding.
Yeah, watch closely. Did you catch that?
Watch again.
Why did they say watch closely? How could you miss that?
Watch closely.
How could you miss that?
Did you get it yet? What a feeling floating through the ceiling.
Like his fish.
I was nauseous and paranoid.
No, you weren't.
Why is this the pregnant ghost, though?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Researcher Bigfoot.
Yeah, oh, he knows all about ghosts in his expert field of Bigfoot.
Bigfoot's probably haunted, though.
Have that entity just suddenly shoot through the ceiling the way it did.
Love them having to describe nothing.
That's not a person crawling away into a hole in the ceiling. This is a clearly ghostly presence.
Yeah, I love them trying to pretend like we have no idea what video editing is. This isn't someone crawling away. They floated. There's no way to fake that. Clearly, it was a ghost.
Especially at such excellent quality. Hard to fake when it looks like shit.
They have such little respect for our intelligence. Like they're like, we can't. How do we describe this? Like it couldn't possibly be anything but a ghost.
You think you've heard of video compositing? Think again, because that's not someone crawling away.
If you look closely, you'll see it's not a rodent. We would see its eyes, so it must be a woman going into the ceiling.
But why was it pregnant?
Yeah, it wasn't. It just is like a little, ring girl or whatever.
This is a story that's been told for hundreds, if not thousands of years.
So it must be true.
So it's true, yeah. It's like Greek mythology. It's all true.
The vengeful spirit that comes to kind of punish a man who's suffering from toxic masculinity.
They're punishing toxic masculinity by floating.
Known back then.
Floating into the ceiling to teach him about toxic masculinity.
The toxic masculinity avenger.
The Kuntilanak is said to especially inhabit abandoned or even half-built buildings.
That's where toxic masculinity thrives.
Yeah.
It's in abandoned buildings, I heard.
So she's supposed to kill the guy, right? So why does sometimes she kill them, sometimes she just appears and floats through the ceiling?
Because the guy who filmed it is not toxic. He's one of the good ones. So that's why she's like, oh, you're cool. And then she floated away.
Okay. I like your fish. Bye.
She's like, tell my story. Remember me for my charity work and not for the killing people thing.
Remember me for my police work and not the murder!
You think of La Llorona, Resurrection Mary. There's so many of these legends that persist.
We have to talk about other things now, because this footage is a real nothing burger.
Yeah.
Crash landed. UFO.
Oh my god.
Looking for our light whale.
I'm so excited.
Stay. Or run like hell.
They're using a lot of stock footage.
It's very egregious with the stock footage.
Feels like a lot more than last time.
Yeah. So far it looks like a bonfire or something.
Looks like a bonfire, or they put a light out in the woods, like a strobe or something.
Watch closely.
What is that? Oh my god.
Are you thinking like alien poop?
I don't know, I'm too scared to dare guess.
Who are you? Is that a person?
But it seems to be moving pretty fluidly through this forest.
No, it's not!
It looks like the camera person moving.
It's the camera It's not moving anywhere, you idiot.
If it was moving, the trees wouldn't be moving with it.
It's sitting in a pile. It's like a flickering light.
This isn't just a natural phenomena.
Well, no, it's not a natural phenomena. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah. No, someone definitely set up a light there.
One idea comes to mind immediately.
It has something to do with this whole UFO thing.
People have encountered UFOs in the woods. Maybe this is a UFO in the woods.
And they might have encountered an unidentified flying object, sure, but that wasn't flying. This is an identified stationary light.
People have described lights when describing UFOs. That means this was a UFO.
Is it a UFO that has now landed?
I guess it would be an unidentified landed object.
It seems to really turn up the luminosity of that brilliant beam it has.
That brilliant beam. There's nothing else on Earth that could do this.
No. We don't have the technology. Hides a flashlight.
Yeah, it's clearly her moving and it going through the branches.
Yeah, it's not moving at all. It's around a pile.
Light anomalies are one of the most common forms of paranormal phenomena.
This is below a YouTube video level, though.
Look at that ring! We might as well believe all this stock footage is legit happening based on the way they go on about this crap.
Like, it's really sad, but like we legit have a better production value than this show. This airs on television.
Yeah.
Or aired at one point. I don't know if they still air it. Like they're like,
we're desperate. We're not that desperate. Or are we?
Some of these stories have existed well before the automobile was ever invented.
Lights have existed before the automobile. Thanks. I think when cavemen invented fire,
Yeah. And they said, "Whoa, aliens!" Cavemen would have a better opinion on this. Bullshit. I'm like trying to be so stupid to say it's moving around when it's not.
Camera moving.
I think it is flickering more than a normal bonfire would, but again, you can add things to them to make them do that. And it's not moving in the slightest. You can tell. If you look at the video, you can tell it's not moving.
Yeah, they spent way too long trying to describe this. If you give the woman the benefit of the doubt that she wasn't in on it, it would be creepy if you're driving by the woods or it's by your house or whatever and you see this light and you don't know what it is. Because it could be a person out there, like you don't know who it is, it's the middle of the night. That would be pretty creepy.
Probably it could have just been kids partying with some kind of light or fire, and then they hear someone like, "Oh shit, be quiet," until she left.
Yeah. I'd be willing to believe, possibly, that the woman who filmed it didn't fake it and didn't know what it was. But I don't believe it's an alien.
No, I think it's aliens coming down to light a light in the woods.
Aliens.
I think aliens would have better things to do, but they never do.
A man in Georgia spots multiple Bigfoots.
It seems like the footage they've got in this one is extra bad, too. All of it's pixely and barely able to see, except for the one where the ghost lady flies up. It's sort of the best one they have.
I want this to be like, if we ever found another planet with life on it, they'd be like, all right, our first plan is to go to this planet, drop down in their woods, and like light a light up in there and then leave. No actual contact. We just want to freak them out a bit.
The thing that they're doing, it's E.T. and his friends. They're florists. They're in the woods lighting the way so that they can get the plant life and study it. They're not worried about the humans.
Yeah, digging up a few flowers and taking off.
They're botanists, that's what it was, not florists. They weren't opening up a flower shop.
Like E.T.'s opening a flower shop.
My sister's starting her own little plant shop.
Oh good, the Bigfoot stock footage.
Yeah.
In the X-Files woods.
Yeah.
I like this suit actor.
Yeah. Wow, that's him, straight from Harry and the Hendersons.
What makes one man's Bigfoot video so fascinating? It comes from his own backyard.
With footage so bad, you barely even need anything decent.
When was this filmed? Like, what kind of camera are they using?
It's always the crappiest, grainiest footage.
A potato is what they're filming
we
with.
do not want you to see it. At that quality, they could just be wearing a garbage bag.
Blake McDaniel is sitting outside of his house, talking on the phone.
That's it. I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
I love the kind of stock footage they're choosing for these.
I am the person who talked on the phone.
How would you be able to determine this is Bigfoot, a person, or otherwise? It's not even moving.
I hope at least it moves otherwise. Is it gonna move even?
Before Blake tentatively goes inside.
Wait, so it's not even gonna move? It's not even gonna move?
I'm sorry, this is just pixelation that looks like a human shape.
Yeah,
it's not even, I don't think there's anything there. I think it's just pixelated.
Yeah.
You could transpose anything that you want to pretend it is in this show. And you could be like, it's a shadow person in the woods. It's a shapeshifter.
Take like a 10-year-old camera, film the woods right now, and then mask out an area to look like a human and darken it and be like, there's that Bigfoot footage.
Well, I just mean like doing nothing. That just looks like a...
Yeah, but
like
if you wanted to make that in 0 seconds...
I just mean like, you could state it's anything. Why is it Bigfoot versus anything else?
Yeah.
This is just their Bigfoot section, I guess?
Yeah, it's nothing.
Who else is standing in the woods? I guess Bigfoot.
Ridiculous.
The black figure standing in the woods, and it stood out, very contrasted.
It's not that contrasted.
No.
If you didn't tell me there was supposed to be a Bigfoot in this, I would not see anything.
But it could just be like trees in a way that sort of forms a human-ish shape.
Seeing this figure standing alongside the tree, motionless.
Motionless.
Not moving.
Almost as if it's not anything.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking at something that is a very traditional Bigfoot.
A traditional Bigfoot? Why, because they're fucking nothing all the time?
As you can see, it's not crawling into a space in the ceiling. It's looking for a jerky out in the woods.
I saw a shadow cast on the wall, a traditional Bigfoot-looking presence.
7 or 8 feet tall, standing just at the tree line, so that it's far enough away.
Far enough away that you can't really make out that this is nothing.
I don't want to discount the idea of Bigfoot in general. Very unlikely. But, like, some sort of ape creature could exist. I think we were talking about this last time. Likely in Nepal, maybe? Somewhere
if there's
that's
anything like that, maybe the Yeti version.
Yeah, like somewhere very remote. I don't believe Bigfoot is standing in the woods there.
I don't think he's standing by people's houses going...
He's Patton Oswalt in that party scene.
Yeah.
We've determined who it is.
It seems to know that it someone is watching it.
That's why it's not moving. Bigfoot.
After installing security cameras around his home.
After downloading a bunch of stock footage, he got to work.
After setting up some Home Alone traps, he was ready.
Once that Bigfoot slipped on his Hot Wheels, it was over.
From the winter of 2020, which seems to show smaller Bigfoot-like creatures playing underneath the laundry line.
That's just laundry blowing in the wind. What is he talking about?
Look at that shadow. That's a Bigfoot.
It's just the laundry blowing.
No, it's a Bigfoot.
What Bigfoot creatures? Well, show us better footage.
There could be close to 20 of these creatures living behind his home.
How is that his security camera footage? It looked just as bad as the phone footage.
It's worse.
There's no
there's nothing on the ground.
Yeah, it's just shadows from the sheets.
Unless Bigfoot's a ghost, which maybe it is.
Maybe he's a ghost from another dimension or something.
When everything goes still and even the insects are silent, it suggests something is about to happen.
Like Nathan Fielder and that stuff.
Ah!
I know how to drive your business up. We'll pretend Bigfoot's here.
What was he talking about with he's like, when the bugs are silent, you know something's gonna happen. Did that happen? Is Bigfoot making the bugs quiet, or what's going on?
Yeah, you look below the sheets and there's nothing even on the ground.
Yeah.
Given these creatures' desire to remain hidden, what are they doing here at Blake's house?
If it was so frequent, show us decent footage.
Yeah, show us the other footage if they were showing up every night.
Look at all this footage where you can see what you're looking at.
Is it possible?
Is it possible that that's fucking nothing?
So be on the lookout.
Be on the lookout for nothing.
Ugh. At least the other guy had his person in the costume move.
There has been a few times where I've been like, all right, I'm moving.
Stop talking about this!
As long as they stay in the woods, I'm okay.
Yeah, I don't think you got anything to worry about, but...
So no, that stationary object might blow at you at any moment.
Do you think this guy genuinely believes there's a Bigfoot, or he's just looking for something in his footage to, put on the internet?
I think he just thought this was creepy. Probably knew it was nothing, but he's like, well, I'll send it in. And they're like, whoa, it's a Bigfoot!
How many people do you think submit stuff and they know it's nothing, but they're like, I'll get on TV if I submit this footage of a leaf or whatever.
And it's impossible for it to be the wind, okay?
I just don't believe the scientific explanations. Oh good, we get to see the bug angel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just like a mosquito or something. I've seen that for half a second and I can tell you what it is.
At least it moves. The lengths they'll go to blab on about nothing.
It feels like because we're later into it too, they're really running out of footage material. Yeah, it was pretty bad before, but this is dire.
Angels.
Angels.
Ha ha, stock footage! Yeah. Is that the footage?
It might as well be.
Through seemingly random.
Oh, and there's Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Mitch died for our sins.
Saw the Sasquatch on the beach.
Pretty spooky, huh, folks?
Are those angels?
What? A flock of angels?
Is that not an angel or what?
Yeah.
By the way, sometimes there's flocks of angels, and that's what this is probably. Dun, 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 dun. It's a wonderful light.
Oh, is it one of those like trail cams that take like pictures every few whatever? Like it's not an actual.
Yeah, probably.
That's why you're getting stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a bug.
Or it's one of those cameras that like saves space by it only updates so much whenever there's enough motion to make it do so.
Right, and then it was a bug that was close enough to get it as swing. That's it.
He is overwhelmed.
Yeah, or an angel came by and said hi to his camera. That's probably the most likely case.
This image lends itself to angel iconography so well.
Where's the halo then?
It's easy to see how you would look at this and say, oh look, there's an angel over my truck.
Oh, there's an angel over my truck.
It was like, thank you, firefighter. I would bless your truck.
There is what appears to be a streak of light below it, and the Archangel Michael is always portrayed as having a sword.
You think it's a sword? Come on now, though.
That's the proof that it's an angel. That we're like that light streak is a sword.
That bug had a sword?
The Bug Avenger.
Is the streak of light part of the roof
I think
on
it
the
is.
house?
I was waiting to see the roof because I think it is just the roof.
It's either part of the roof or, again, like, bug going by and it's a streak of light from it.
You can see how motion blurry this thing is when it does get anything from the wings on the bug. I mean, the angel.
And an angel with wings has been reported so many times.
Oh yeah, wings. It's been reported, so it's an angel.
You know what's been reported more? Bugs with wings.
Pieces of evidence that is needed so badly to help educate the public that there is something beyond death.
That tells us a lot now. I had no idea.
How does it differ from another kind of paranormal entity? Like, say, a ghost?
What is that?
That was real. So they took away the angel and left the light streak on the roof, which they were trying to say was the sword. How come they don't update the image past that? Was there nothing else? Or are they like, well, the next frame makes it look more like a bug, so...
Are they becoming like an old 2000s wallpaper now? I bet in their newer stuff, if they're still going, they do AI.
We need comics. It is an angel.
So I'm the butterfly or whatever.
The butterfly. Sign my angel guest book. Yeah, it's just the roof. It's just the roof. The fact he went on about that at all when it was just the damn roof.
Yeah. It's just the roof. We're not here to crap on anyone's religious beliefs, but this is a bug.
But well, angels, real or not, they're not going to appear on a camera.
No, I mean,
whoa.
It's a bug. There's a rational explanation. There's been phenomena like this before. You can capture it on cameras like this. It's some sort of
because
winged
it's motion
insect.
blurred to hell.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Because this thing barely picks up anything, and it's like, oh, time to update the image. Like you see people kind of melt away in those types of cameras because it captures things so poorly.
Yeah.
There's so many times we've heard of angels coming armed with roofs. Throw a roof at people.
Let's say it's not an angel. What then?
As I'm looking at this, I can't help but think of the legend of the Mothman.
You were so close. You were so close.
I can't help but think of the legend of the ordinary insect.
The Mothman.
Yeah, just cut off that. He said, I can't help but think of the legend of the moth.
As I'm looking at this, I can't help but think of the legend of the Mothman.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Can you please edit that too so he says legend of the moth?
The legend of the moth.
It truly was an angel. And angel sightings have a much longer history than those of the Mothman.
Yeah. It's a longer history, so it's probably that over the Mothman. You know, it's sound, your logic here.
But imagine being, hey, yes, I am the person that blatantly misinterpreted the roof behind the bug as a sword and went on about it like that wasn't stupid.
How can we trust anything you say, man? Yeah, like that's the shot before it's in there, and that's, the roof's...
Yeah,
clearly, that's what the roof is.
Yeah, they showed it again, too. Just the roof looks like that.
Coming up, is this UFO over the Kremlin?
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
We were watching a bunch of true crime, and that's always when they decided to cut to Fran Drescher saying she's so excited in Celebrity IOU.
Yeah.
Like the most horrific thing ever, and then, I'm so excited!
The legend of the moth.
I'm so excited.
I feel like the UFO ones are always so boring. It's no Leaf, I'll tell you that.
I know.
If you were an alien life form and wanted to impress...
What if they just showed footage from, like, Star Trek?
This is from the 60s. They didn't even have the CG effects we do today.
There's no explanation.
Oh, man. What is this? This is a alien invasion.
May have been just the latest example of this terrifying power flex.
The power flex?
Terrifying power flex? Like the aliens are like, boom, roasted.
Yeah.
Check this out.
We're gonna fly down by one of their buildings and do nothing.
Bet you thought you were as cool as us.
Is it like a pyramid? Is this like Stargate?
December 9th, 2009. Moscow.
I could believe in 2009 Moscow there'd be a camera that bad.
Floating directly over Red Square.
It's probably trying to play Tetris, and it's like, well, you can't fit a triangle in there. Oh. They were the only people in Russia who noticed this.
We see that darker side.
Dark side of the pyramid.
If you still have doubts, look at this. The same object was captured by someone else the next morning.
What did they film this with? They have color then? Everyone saw a big pyramid flying over there, and then two people are like, that's kind of weird.
Maybe it's an alien making a grand entrance.
Okay. To what end? Tell us.
A very similar craft was hovering over the Pentagon.
I feel like if that was real, you get way more than two people filming it in the middle of Red Square.
What, you think it came from, like, the same person saying it was another person?
You're like, hey, that's what I'd do if I really wanted someone to believe a stupid thing. Like, I'll get another angle of it.
It almost looks like inverted, doesn't it, from the night footage?
Mm-hmm. Like, and it's so poor. Like, they're like, all right, I don't have to do a lot of work on this because you barely need to see it.
Yeah,
how bad this quality is. You know, it's like the alien in Florida.
They sent all the police to get the alien. Now what? Yeah, it's the blingy gif.
Yeah.
They're going with the aliens in Egypt theme because they couldn't figure out how Egyptians could make the pyramids.
It's a pyramid coming back home.
Oh, is that real too?
Did those gods come in pyramid-shaped vessels?
They built the spacecraft like that, and they're like, I guess we have to land it upside down because we don't really think about landing these things.
Take stock footage and edit triangles into it.
Could they be spacecraft right in front of our eyes all along?
Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense because the pyramids are like super airtight and you could breathe in space if you went up into it within a pyramid.
Look, aliens don't need to breathe oxygen. You don't know anything about aliens, Phelan.
Tough to say.
I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see if the pyramids kill us.
What should you do in the event you witness something paranormal?
You see an angel throw a roof at you, or you see garbage bags in the woods.
I'm so excited.
Which do you think was the most nothing segment from the one?
The Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
It didn't
Gotta be
move.
Bigfoot.
It didn't
move, and then the
to have
laundry.
someone in the suit move.
The laundry stuff didn't even have the illusion of feet, much less Bigfoot walking by or a couple Bigfoots or whatever they were trying to say was there. I couldn't even see what they were trying to make us see there.
Mm-hmm. The shadows, the dark shadows, that was it.
Yeah.
I missed the other episode we looked at where they edited in the stupid outline of the thing moving the office chair around. They were trying more with that type of crap. Yeah. It was so bad, but it's like it was at least more effort than seeing a figure in the woods that can't even be bothered to move. If you just set that up, it's like, could you not get a buddy to wear the suit and move a little?
Legit,
illusion of life.
Legit, I don't think that guy was trying to fake a Bigfoot thing at first.
No, it probably wasn't.
It looked like a figure, and he either thought it was something or thought he could make people think it was something.
I think most of us have done that, where you see objects grouped together in a way that it looks like a figure of some sort.
Yeah. Another stunning episode of Paranormal Caught on Camera.
Wow.
It wasn't the one we thought it was, but I guess it was the one we needed?
I'm gonna fly away in my pyramid now. Spooky.
Is that an angel?
Huh?
Huh?